Hey guys, I've got a deck you need to try to have some fun in Clash Royale. So here's the deck, guys. Some other people might have shown you this deck, but I wanted to highlight this deck in particular because in the last Classic Challenge I was in, I started off 1 and 2 and then reeled off 11 straight wins to win the challenge. So I think this could be a very good deck for you to use if you want to try to win a Classic Challenge or even a Grand Challenge. So I'm going to go over some replays of some battles that might help you learn how to use this deck. Okay, so let's get started. So I just want to go into my activity log real quick to show you that, as you can see here, the last challenge I was in, it got 12 wins, and I'm going to show off as well the battles. You can see here, I'm going to just start scrolling. You can see all the wins. So this was my first loss. Then I got a win and another loss. So that was 1 and 2, and then I started reeling off the 11 in a row. You can count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in a row to seal the win. So let's go into some replays. This way we can show you how you can beat certain decks with this deck. Okay, so in this deck we're going to go against E-Giant Lightning. So as you can see here, our starting hand is Skelly King, Skarmy, Cannon Cart, and the Skeleton Barrel. So we start off with a Skeleton Barrel first play. He uses a Baby Dragon to pretty much negate that push, but we do get some good decent chip with the skeletons of the Skelly Barrel. Then we put down a Dark Goblin and a Mortar. Mortar is so strong in this minute right now. Watch this, guys. So the Dark Goblin takes out the Baby Dragon, and then look at this. The Mortar's getting not 1, but 2 hits on his tower. So already we were off to a really good start in this battle. And actually, I remember we got a third. So off to a really good start for this battle. So now we're going to reset a little bit. I think we're going to put some, we put some Spirit Goblins in the bridge. Doesn't work out too well for us. I think our opponent gives us a little bit of like oops there. It just happens that way. But as you can see here, we did counter it really well. So let's now we're going to reset. We do have a little bit of an elixir deficiency right here. So we're going to answer back some of that BM. And then we're going to go again. So next up, he's going to do a Baby Dragon again. So we're going to start with a Skeleton Barrel just to get, just to maybe get a little bit of chip on the tower if we can. He wastes his NATO there, which I think was a bad idea. And then we got the Skeleton King, and then we had the Dark Goblin behind, which is I think is always a really good play. So I think I go Mortar here because I'm going to do defensive Mortar against the Goblin Cage, which is what we do. He takes out the Dark Goblin with that Bar Barrel, which is okay. So now we're going to use skeletons. Skeletons, bats on the Dark Prince, and then we do some Spear Goblins over here. Just take out the Goblin Brawler, and then of course the Dark Goblin cleans up the Baby Dragon. So all in all, we still got a pretty good lead here. And I think the Dark Goblin's gonna get he stops with a bomber, and we're going to ignore that bomber right now. It might even get it doesn't even get hit on the tower. So we go Skeleton Barrel, then we do a Skeleton King, just where we can summon those souls. He misses his NATO right here, and now we're going to follow up with a Mortar. Yep. And I think the Mortar is going. I think he's gonna put down. Yep, he puts down a cage. So then, let's see how this one goes. So he's going to go Bar Barrel. The Dark Goblin is gonna attempt to take out the Baby Dragon, but he nails everything together, which is a really good play. But as you can see here, the Cannon Cart is tagging for the Dark Goblin, and look at this. Look at the tower. The tower. Boom, and that's it. We have 20 seconds left. All we do is defend. We have so much health on our towers. You can see here he lightnings out of just sheer frustration, and that's pretty much it. That's the game. So first battles in the books that we're going to show with E-Giant Lightning. As you can see here, you can apply some really good pressure with this deck. Even though you don't have a spell, you can still apply some really good pressure and win your battle very easily. Let's go on to the next battle. Okay, guys, here we go with the battle number 2. This is going to be against P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. As you can see here, our opponent has those cards at the top. He's got Ewiz, P.E.K.K.A., Fireball, Zap, and we have Spear Goblins, which he's going to zap. So now that he zaps, I'm saying to myself, okay, now we can definitely go in with a Skelly Barrel, which is what we do. And then I'm saying to myself, still don't know what his deck is, so let's see what he uses. He uses Ewiz and a Royal Ghost, so right away we all know this is a P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam deck. So I'm thinking we're going to use Dark Goblin, and then we're going to use some bats, and then he goes with the the battle ram in the left lane, and the cannon car is going to prevent it from getting the charge off. We'll look at the ghost through on the opposite lane, in addition to those barbarians. So we got a little bit of a deficit here. But however, like I said, you can win this battle. Now, my opponent for some reason doesn't use P.E.K.K.A. in certain situations in this battle. So you can say like you can say maybe I had maybe a bad opponent, but still I just want to show you how you can win a match against P.E.K.K.A. Bridgespan. Now I let that bandit go. I elect to use the skeleton barrel. He uses the Ewas to stop the skeletons. Now I'm going to use the skeleton king to kite over the ghost and still get this and hit get the Ewas out. But the Ewas doesn't cross the bridge, so we gotta use bats. All right, so far so good. You know, I'm not doing too bad, but I'm going to use the mortar now to take out the magic archer. He's going to fireball here, which I don't think that was necessarily a good play because he really didn't have anything else coming at me. So it's kind of just like take out the mortar. The mortar wasn't at the bridge, so I just didn't think that was a really good play on his end. So we're going to reset here. We do have an elixir advantage, so we're going to now go do a skelly barrel and a cannon cart in the right lane. And you can see here, look, it's gonna. I think he's gonna do Ewas here, but he misses his Ewas, which is really critical. The cannon cart's still alive, and look at this. Look at this. Look at the damage we're gonna do, guys. Oh, you guys just apply that pressure, skelly barrel and cannon cart, and look at all the damage you can do in one lane. So we're gonna do a Scarby here for the bandit. And at this point, he still hasn't played his P.E.K.K.A. yet. So now we're going to go a little bit. So we have Scarmy down. So I'm thinking, all right, we gotta get our Skeleton King down so we can maybe use his ability. And you can see his ability level's almost completely up. We're going to go here with Spear Goblins, but he's also got his geometry really well with the Magic Archer on our tower, and he brings our right tower pretty much in line with our left. So even though we still have the lead, you know, the damage is starting to spread out evenly. And so we're going to activate the ability of the Skeleton King, which is going to completely take out that bandit. But the Ewas is going to get completely overwhelmed by those skeletons, as you can see there. And the one skeleton gets that tickle. So we still have a very nice lead. I put bats down, thinking maybe I could get the ghost to light up, but he didn't. But still, we're going to be okay. Because look what happens on the other side. Look at that. He completely ignores the cannon cart in the left lane, and that's how we get the win. Let's put a Scarby down above the bridge so we can pull that P.E.K.K.A. back. This way the cannon cart can take it out, and that's it. That's battle number 2 against P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. So let's go on to the next battle. Okay, guys, here we go. Battle number 3. This is going to be a Hog Lightning deck with the Firecracker. And I went against 2 Hog decks. One had Executioner. I'm not sure if this is the one. This is the one with the Executioner. Okay, so he has not only Executioner, but he does have the Firecracker, which is going to be very good against a Skelly Barrel. So again, wanted to show you the different decks that you can beat with the different opponents or different decks you can go against and how you can beat them using this deck. So we go Skeleton King in the back because we're going to summon some souls. We're going to, I think we're going to put down a yeah, we do. We put down a mortar right here, and he drops his Executioner, which was a big fail on my part, and I recognize that right away with the flaming goblin emote because it was just a terrible play on my part. I should have really put down a cannon cart instead. But I thought maybe that the Skeleton King would tank and then I could just get that free damage. But alas, it didn't happen. Now he does have Valkyrie as well. Another good way to stop our push. And then he misses a couple of skeletons, so we do have a slight damage advantage here. And the bats cleaned up everything nicely in that lane as well. But I have to say, you're gonna see this battle does get really close. This is probably one of my closer battles one of the 2 close battles I'm going to show to you in this video today. So we're going to reset here. I think we're going to go Spear Goblins right now, if I remember correctly, at the bridge. Yep, we do. And then next, I think we're going to he uses the Tombstone, but the Spear Goblins still get that little bit of chip, which works out really well. So I think we're going to go Mortar here, just defensively, and I think we're going to go Skeleton King here. If I remember correctly, yep, we do. Alright, so Skeleton King in the back. He has his Executioner. So now it's time to go on the defensive. Now he lightnings the Skeleton King, which, okay, not bad. Unless if he was going with his Hog, I could see that. But I didn't think that was such a great move. Now, this is a great play by him. He NATOs the Skeleton Barrel into the center to activate King Tower, which is going to really help his defense. Skeleton King, I activate the ability. So I was hoping to maybe get some chip. It didn't really work out, but you can see here the cannon cart's going to take out well, it's not going to take out. It's going to shoot the Firecracker once. The Firecracker goes back, which then forces the cannon cart to retarget onto the tower, which is great. So now I spread my defense out. He can't lightning both the Skeleton King and the tower and the mortar, so it works out, and as well as the Dark Goblin. So he's going to go Valkyrie here. Another good play by him. But again, he's also very good with his firecrackers to stop the bats. So at this point, I'm thinking this is going to be a really tough match to win out. So he goes in hog. We're going to stop it with the mortar at the bridge. Hopefully we get one hit in the tower, but we don't get any because of that, because of the firecracker. Good defense on, good play on his end. He goes Valkyrie. So now we're going to go cannon cart, and I think he lightnings here if I remember correctly. Nope, he doesn't. Okay, so we go. Yeah, there it is. I thought he did. Remember correctly. And then so we go Skeleton King and Skelly Barrel. The Skelly Barrel's not going to get really far. We're going to activate the ability right into a firecracker. But look at this. The Skeleton King still gets to the tower, and he's going to get at least one hit. So it's more chip we can get. So we regain the damage advantage. We go here with a Dark Goblin. We're going to go Mortar again up high. He nails that in for some reason, which doesn't really work out for him. Then he lightning. So now he's really low on elixir. So let's go in. He uses one of his better counters for the Skeleton Barrel. But again, the Tombstone works out well. We go Skeleton King because he's going to have all those souls collected. And we're going to put bats behind the Skeleton King. Just hopefully force out something else. We go Mortar at the bridge, and we're going to do a cannon cart. Here's the play that's going to really work out well for us, guys. So we have the cannon cart here, and that takes out the Valkyrie. Yeah, he uses the lightning. It only hits the mortar. The cannon cart's still doing really well. The cannon cart's going to take out the executioner. So then the cannon cart's going to be right there to take out the barbarian. It's still up, but what's going to happen is the cannon cart's going to take out the executioner, what the second one is, and then we have our mortar, which is pretty much like at full health, and well, actually 2/3 health. We get one hit. The skeleton barrel's going to go in. He does NATO, but look, we still have that cannon cart, even though it dies, it's still helping out, and we got another mortar down. And we got the Skeleton King with the ability on the tower and the mortar. So this is going to be a game, guys. Here it is. There, bingo, right there, and the skeletons take it. So there we go. Against Hog Lightning, you can win against with that deck with this deck as well. So on to the next one. Okay, guys, on to the next battle. This was a graveyard deck that had Valkyrie, arrows, guards, fireball, and baby dragon. I felt this was probably one of the more tougher opponents because of his counters for our deck. So let's just see how he starts off with Spear Goblins in the left lane when we go Dark Goblin, and he immediately arrows, which probably wasn't the best idea because the Dark Goblin would have got like one hit, which is not. Yeah, I think he should have sacrificed the one hit for the Dark Goblin there. So we're going to use a Skeleton Barrel to distract the Baby Dragon and bats to then take out the Baby Dragon, and hopefully the Skeleton Barrel will tank for the bats. But it doesn't. So that was my thinking at the time. But you know the guards clean up nicely, so we're going to go with Skeleton King because of the guards. Okay, so he has to answer that. He goes with a Valkyrie. So then we're going to go with a mortar because he has nothing really to stop to prevent the mortar from locking on, except the Spear Goblins. But still, we're going to go in. We're going to go with a cannon cart. He uses his own mortar, which is actually a really good play on his end. Takes out the mortar, which will then which will effectively take out the cannon cart, which was down anyway. So time now to just reset. So we have a slight damage deficit, but we're going to. I'll show you how we come back in this battle. So I think I switched lanes here. Nope, I don't. Okay, I thought maybe I did. Maybe at some point I do. So go Skeleton Barrel in the back because of the mortar is still up. So I wanted to then have the mortar taken out. So we use the bats, and then the bats kind of distract the Baby Dragon, but I think he's going to do arrows here. Yep. Okay, so we just get that little slight chip damage on that tower. We go Dark Goblin, and then we go Skeleton King to distract that Baby Dragon. And I think he goes Valkyrie and Spears right here, I think. Yeah, here's the Spears for the Dark Goblin. But overall, okay, you know, it's still not terrible. So we go Skeleton Barrel again. That one Spear Goblins to take that out. But he goes Mortar defensively, but we also go Mortar as well. So having the second Mortar down is actually going to work out better because that's going to take out that Mortar. And if that guard was slipping, it would have taken it out, but he fireballs there. So now we're getting the damage spread out between both lanes, which is actually works out better in our favor. So now we go Skeleton King, we have a cannon cart, and then we're going to go Skeleton Barrel. And then we're going to go Dark Goblin to take out that Baby Dragon. And we're going to go a defensive mortar of our own, but you can see here, he's really playing defense really well here. He's utilizing his arrows at the right time. And then I think this is going to take out the... All right, yeah. So I think the two mortars are going to cancel each other out. So we'll go now skeleton barrel and cannon cart. And I think so. That's going to be into that. Yep, that's going to be into that mortar. So he does a really good job here defensively against the guards. The guards will be taken out by our mortar, but still, again, you can see we still have the slight damage advantage. We put the Skeleton King down because we wanted to have those spears tank, and this way you can get the Baby Dragon out. He uses a graveyard. It's the first time we've seen it, but with the Dark Goblin on defense going really well, we activate the Skeleton King's ability, which distracts the Valkyrie, which gets a lot of damage in the tower, and also the Skeleton Barrel. So now we have a really good advantage. The Dark Goblin's putting in a ton of work. The cannon cart's going to go in, and it's going to take out the Valkyrie. We do a defensive mortar there, hopefully take out to distract his mortar. And so he does a really good job here with his arrows. And then we have to prevent that mortar from locking on. So we drop a Skeleton King, which has the great reach. It takes out that mortar. Good defense on his end here, you can see, but the Skeleton Barrel still makes a connection, which is really, really important. So we got to go Dark Goblin here, along with the cannon cart. Dark Goblin is so strong, guys. Dark Goblin is just taking out these cards so well. But again, look at that. Look at his arrows. Very, very well played on his part. So now he's trying to distract the. I don't know what he's trying to do exactly, but I think he goes for a push in the opposite lane. So we're gonna go. We defend with a cannon cart, and we have spear goblins in the back, and then we do a dark goblin to take out the baby dragon on the other side. So again, really good defense, because not only that, the cannon cart was also defending against the graveyard as well. So now we have a mortar and a skeleton barrel in the right lane. We activate the Skeleton King's ability. Those sub skeletons do almost get there, but again, really good defense on his part. But look! We still have a mortar that's almost full health, and a cannon cart. The cannon cart's going to just stay there. It's going to take out those spears. It's also going to help out against the Valkyrie here a little bit. But the Valkyrie's taken out. We're going to do another Skeleton King, and I think we do a cannon cart for defense, and then we do a Dark Goblin, and we do bats. So you can see, look at how well defense is against this Baby Dragon Graveyard, guys. It works out so well. We're going to put another mortar down. We're going to do it at the bridge, and then he's going to arrow over there. We're going to do a Skeleton Barrel here. We're going to use a Dark Goblin on the left-hand lane, and that's it, guys. You can see here we win, not by much, but as our opponent played really well defensively, but you can see we can still get those scaly barrels to the tower, and then we're able to secure the win. All right, so we're going to show you one more battle. This was going to be the 12 win, and actually wait to see who I went against. All right, guys, here's the last battle. It's actually a direct mirror match, which was a great way to end this challenge. So you can see here, look at our hands. Pretty much just he's got Skarmy, bats, spear goblins. I start with a skeleton barrel. He starts with the Skarmy in the left lane just to get charge up that Skeleton King. Not a bad play, but look at the damage we get. Look at the damage he gets. So we're gonna go defensively with a cannon cart against the Skeleton King. He does a really good job with his cannon cart, but he activates his ability here, which I think I'm not sure that's probably the best play, because it was pretty much down. We're gonna go bats, and we're gonna go skeleton Skarmy just to clean all that up. Now he does his own Dark Goblin as well to clean up on his side, but we still get some good amount of chip. And you can see we do a really good job chip wise. All right, so we gotta take out that Dark Goblin is going to just absolutely wreck. So we gotta stop, keep those spear goblins alive. But I think right here we're just gonna settle back down a little bit. And the spear goblins, look. The Skeleton King tanks, and we get even more damage. But we gotta defend here. We gotta defend against the Skeleton King. Yeah, I think he's got bats selected, but I don't think he used them because he's down a lot of elixir right here. And I think we survived this battle. I think the cannon cart actually stays up. It's going to go across, and then we go Skelly Barrel, and this is where he makes his mistake. He uses his Skelly Barrel, I mean his cannon cart, but it tanks. Our cannon cart tanks, and then you can see here we take the tower really easy. So we're up really well at the start of this match. We still have 25 seconds till double elixir. So at this point we're in a really good place. So my question now, I'm thinking, what do I do? I'm leaking elixir. I don't want to leak, but I know we're up. So let's just cycle bats, and then we're gonna go with a Skeleton King in the right lane. We guys continue to apply pressures, but he can't get a big push on the right side, because that's what he's gonna do for some reason instead of attacking the other side. So for some reason I used a mortar here as a bad play on my part. But even though he gets some good amount of damage, it wasn't that bad. The mortar actually cleaned up that skeleton barrel really, really well. So now we got a Skeleton King going down the right side. But look at the other side, guys. Look at all the damage that the Dark Goblin and the spears are doing. not a bad job, I would say. All right, so now we got 2 mortars up, and we're going to take out that mortar by putting a Skarmy around it. This way he can't get any damage that way. We use the Spear Goblins to take out that Skeleton Barrel. The Cannon Cart's doing like a decent job in the other lane, but we're gonna put down a Skeleton King to take out that Dark Goblin. That was a must. Gotta take that Dark Goblin out. And we only have 20 seconds left. We still have a good lead. He's gonna put down another mortar in this lane. We put down a Cannon Cart, but dude, look at this Dark Goblin. Look at the range he's got in that right lane, guys. It almost takes it out. And then I foolishly put down the spears to take out the Dark Goblin, but the Cannon Cart was still up. He's got one last final push here. And we're able to hold on, and that's it. And that was the 12th win in this Classic Challenge. Remember, that was 11 wins in a row. So, if you're looking for a deck to try, maybe you want to get another Classic Challenge or a Grand Challenge win, I highly recommend you guys use this deck. It's worked really well for me. Actually, I just want to show you one other thing too. I only use it in 2 challenges. I had 8-win challenge, and then I got the 12. So, and that's pretty much my practice, and that's it. So, I highly recommend it. I know some other Clash Royale YouTubers have recommended it, so I wanted to give it a shot myself and just let you guys know what I think of it, and how it can work, and how I think it will work for you. So definitely give it a shot. Do me a favor, let me know how it works for you in the comments, and let me know if it works for you, what you like, what you don't like, and even how far you got within a challenge, or even if you take it on ladder. I'm really, really curious to hear what you have to say. But until next video, I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye bye.